But yeah, one thing I'd like to talk about right now as we go take on these trainers is that Rock Smash, I think, is a bit underrated. I mean, it is a bad move, don't get me wrong, but that was mainly because back when it first existed, it was an HM, which meant that once you taught it to your Pokemon could not forget the HM until you go to a special move later in the game. And now that it's not an HM anymore, it might not be good for much past this area of the game, but for this area of the game, and you know, with the normal gym coming up, it can actually be really useful. But you know, obviously past this is not going to do too much for you. Although if you teach it to your Timber, if it has Sheer Force, it'll be a lot more powerful because you won't have to. It won't be able to lower the defense anymore, but it'll be more powerful. So that kind of makes up for it. Yeah, these preschoolers don't give you much money. So yeah, but now, anyway, now the Rock Smash is a TM in this game, and that TMs can be used over and over again for as many times as you like. Rock Smash has just gained so much usefulness. It was like never useful before. Except for the fact that you had to use it to get through the game, but now there aren't even. Now you don't even have to smash rocks to get through the game. So anyway, Roggenrollas are annoying because of sturdy, but you didn't get to see it there because double kick hits twice, and it wouldn't have knocked it out. One hit wouldn't have knocked it out in one hit. But yeah, sturdy, I've already told you, acts basically like a focus sash. Nothing can one-hit KO it. But you know, double kick kind of gets around that. Even if it does have enough power to one-hit KO something, then that would normally one-hit KO a Roggenrola, then it'll just hit again. So I need to look at something really quick. All right, I'm gonna be right back. One thing I'm gonna try to do in this Let's Play is every time my Pokemon have half of their, or at least sometimes, whenever I notice it, my Pokemon have half of their experience bar filled up, I just go battle some wild Pokemon. Because it saves the valuable experience that you get from trainers, because you don't have to get as much of it. So I'll just show this one for no real reason, just because I'm too lazy to cut it out. But yeah. That's basically how it goes. That's basically how I'm going to try to do it. It actually works really, really well. Like, even in Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where it's normally kind of hard to keep your Pokemon up to par and levels, you can even stay up to par with levels there pretty easily with this trick. It works really surprisingly well. Like, you wouldn't think it would, and sometimes it can take a while to level up off of the wild Pokemon, but you know, it saves you grinding time later, trust me. So anyway, we shall move downward. Actually, no, we're not going to move downward yet. I'm going to show you the, or try, anyway, to show you the other, the last Pokemon you can find here, Sawk, which would be Sawk's counterpart. And did not find it here, so I will, see you guys in a second when I find it. Okay, so after I fought that Audino, Sawk started learning Low Sweep. I just figured I'd explain this move. Basically, it is 60 power, right? Yeah, 100% accuracy. It'll and every time it hits, unless of course you have Sheer Force, it will lower the opponent's speed. So I'm going to teach that to Sawk. I think it'll be better than double kick, because I think double kick is 15 power each hit. So yeah, I will now cut away and meet you back whenever I find Sawk's counterpart Throh. I will see you guys later. Okay guys, I am sick and tired of looking for Throh, and I'm running out of time. So this video that I'm recording now is already going to split into 2 videos anyway, one of which will be going up today, the other going up tomorrow. So I may just find Throh in the next episode, and then rather than actually and just attach it on the next episode before I upload it, or you may see it in one other episode. So I guess for now I'm just going to have to go, because I have to let my dog out. My mom's coming home soon. I can record with him while I'm home, but I don't want to. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys next time, when we will find a Throh, hopefully. And, so yeah, that'll be good stuff. I will see you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned. Okay, and we are back to Pokemon Black. I have managed to find a Throh, and probably I'm just going to put this on the end of the last episode. So anyway, Throh, it's Sawk's counterpart, fighting type. It's much bulkier but slower. Maybe a little bit higher attack, I don't know. One interesting thing is it learns a move called Storm Throw, I think, that will always land a critical hit. It only has 40 power, but that's not including the critical hit boost. Plus, critical hits go through any defense boost you may have set up. So overall, that move can be really useful. But there's other moves like it that I'll be getting to later. So anyway, there's Throw for you. Very rare, like 5% chance in the Shaking Grass if you're playing Black. It might almost be quicker to find somebody who has White to go find one for you and trade it to you. Unless, of course, you don't have Wi-Fi or something like that. But anyway, that's all I'm going to do. So a few things I've been thinking about lately. First, I don't think I'm going to do any more console stuff right now because my video quality is just too bad for that. The camera's just not good enough. Maybe if I get a better TV or a better camera or even like a capture card or something like that, then I will definitely restart Zelda, and I'm gonna upload what I have left of Mario Party because we finished the entire board. But after that, I'm not gonna record any more Mario Party for a while. But anyway, just as long as I and you know, until I get a better quality in recording, I'm not going to record any more console stuff for a while. So sorry about that. Anyway, second thing is that I'm not now that I have a Drillbur, you know, now that I have more than one Pokemon, I'm not going to be keeping Pansear on the team after this route. Okay, I'm brave and bold. Let's get right into the battle. So yes, here we go. We're gonna battle youngster Kita, I think that's how you pronounce it. It sends out a Tempo. We'll lead off another Oshawott. And I think I finally got the camera angle right, so it's not like crooked or anything. Because it's usually being crooked, which is really weird. But anyway, we're gonna have to use Tackle. Kind of a shame. I really cannot wait for Oshawott to get up one more level, because yeah, it's about to evolve in another level. Yeah, it is cutting off a little bit at the bottom of the screen, but if you ask me, that's okay because there's like probably not, I'm not even sure if that's a millimeter space cut off. And I mean, it's just so perfect right now. It just looks so good right now. I don't want to mess with it. As far as I know, there's not going to be anything that important down there. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Send out another Tempo. How many Pokemon does he have? That's 3. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, you know, I remember this guy. He has 3 Tempos. This is going to be a pretty boring fight. Oh well. Should I turn the camera... Should I turn the game volume up a little bit? I can't tell. It feels like it's too quiet, but I don't know how well the microphone is closer to it than my ears are, so that's one thing to think about. I'll just leave it the way it is for now. I prefer to have not enough game audio than too much. Yeah, well, that would be bad if you couldn't hear me talking over the video. You know, if there was no point in me talking, then I would just record using Hypercam on the computer on an emulator. Well, maybe not, but you know, there's just no point. I'm talking, so I mean, I think I'd rather take the drastic measures to make sure you can hear me rather than take drastic measures to make sure you can hear the game. You're better safe than sorry. You know, that's a pretty good philosophy to live by, if you ask me. Some people might disagree, and I could understand. Some people like taking risks. And confusion. I don't know if I've said anything about that yet. Confusion is basically you have a 50% chance of attacking yourself. Yeah. It doesn't really affect any stats or anything. You hit yourself with a normal type 40 base power move, except even despite being normal type, it still hits ghost types and still hits steel types and rock types for normally effective damage. And here we go with another tempo. Good grief, this is going to be boring, but maybe I can level up my Oshawott after this fight. And if not, then it'll be close enough where I can just fight a wild battle. Okay, at this point, I'm thinking Water Gun will do more, because all those growls. Yeah, Water Gun is doing more than Tackle now, and it's not very effective, because all those growls lowered my attack. Yeah, Growl can get a little bit annoying. But, as long as you're using special moves, then... it's the Let's Play curse already. It's already happening. What, like 8 episodes in, I think? Yeah, 8. And I'm already being affected by the Let's Play curse. I'm not sure exactly who that originated from. I think it was Chucka Conroy, but I never actually saw that, whatever episode that was in. But yeah, basically, whenever you get behind that camera and LPing, whatever can go wrong will, and I'm definitely experiencing a lot of that right now. Dang it! I was so close to leveling up. I was so close to leveling up Oshawott. It's gonna evolve at another level, and God. All right, Rock Smash. I might be in trouble because if this thing uses Bubble Beam, it might kill me. Oh, but it's gonna use Growl. Yeah, that basically nullifies what it just did. I mean, I lowered its defense one stage, and then it just lowered my attack one stage, so it should be pretty much the same amount of damage. Speaking of that, I've noticed that some moves sometimes for some reason, they'll like fluctuate a little bit in damage. Like without any stat changes or anything. You know, sometimes I've noticed, it's usually only by like 1 or 2, maybe 5 HP at most I've seen. But, I don't know, it's just something I've seen occasionally. Like, what didn't kill you once, killed you the second time, and there was no critical hit or anything. Anyway, I have some dark grass over there. If you still need to level up some, you know, like I've said before, the Pokemon, the dark grass are, they give out, or they're higher level. And, you might have seen, no, that was not a lighting effect or anything, that when you saw the screen just get a little bit darker. That was, just the time changing. As soon as it hits 6 o'clock, it changes to like an evening hue. So anyway, this is a new Pokemon, Venipede. You can find it inside the Pinwheel Forest, which we cannot get to yet, unfortunately. But anyway, Venipede, bug poison type, evolves into Whirlipede and then Scolipede. They're fairly well off in defense, surprisingly, to be bug types. But bug types have always been like the weaker, considered the weakest type in the game, with the least amount of actually good Pokemon. But Black and White has sort of changed this. There's actually 2 very good Pokemon that you can, or at least pretty good Pokemon that you can catch actually really soon in Pinwheel Forest, and we might see the other one. I think we might actually see it in this battle. Anyway, my Oshawott's learning Razor Shell. It's a physical water type move. It is, wait, whoops, yeah, I forget. I accidentally hit the wrong button there. It is 75 power, 95 accuracy. It's definitely going to be better than Water Gun, but you know, it might not be as good later on as other special water moves that you'll be getting. So it's a physical attack, so keep that in mind. Anyway, Water Sport is completely useless to me, so I'm going to delete that for Razor Shell. And, oh, okay, sending out a Lillipup. This is actually pretty good. I can use my Razor Shell on him. Let's try that. Razor Shell. But yeah, if you're wondering, Pokemon don't evolve in the middle of a battle. They evolve after the battle. So, yeah. Anyway, here we go. We get to see our first ever evolution. What? Oshawott is evolving. And this is the coolest evolution animation, in my opinion, ever seen in a Pokemon game. The best one yet. Black and White, I think, did a really, really good job with this. It's amazingly good at that. Congratulations, your Oshawott evolved into Dewott. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this guy's name, but, you know, he's not... I like his design, I just don't like his name. Anyway, we're actually almost done with everything we can do on this route as I run into a random wild battle that I'm going to cut out now. In a way, though, I'm kind of glad I ran into that wild battle because I just realized that my Dewott is still up front, and I need to, now that Drillbur is my lowest level Pokemon, then I'm going to keep, so I'm playing in an awkward position, this is why I started walking. I don't want to hit the grass. And we're back. And we immediately get into this trainer battle, but that's okay because I was going to come in this trainer battle anyway. It is important to make steady progress, little by little. Alrighty, so here we go. Battle Girl Lee. Battle Girl Lee sent out Timber. So yes, here we have Timber. That pretty good fighting type I told you about earlier. So we're just gonna... Will Metal Club be effective against that? I don't even know. I'm just going to play it safe and use Rock Smash. But yeah, you know, as you can see, Rock Smash isn't doing too bad at damage, considering Timber is actually a pretty good defensive Pokemon. Yeah, if you don't, you know, if you want a fighting type around now, or if you need one, Timber is definitely a good choice to keep through the entire game. Like Sawk and Throh, they're amazing right now, but I'm not really sure how well they do in the later game. So, yeah. I've never used one past this gym, actually. Well, not far past this gym. I've used one up to the next city, and then ended up switching it out for something else. Which, that's not the same something else that I switched Sawk out for. I'll actually be catching in this walkthrough later on. But anyway, so... okay, this guy's not gonna battle us yet. It's a challenge rock. If you have a fighting type, you can smash this rock once a day, and you get a star piece, which later in the game can be sold for a lot of money. So now we will talk to him. I trained and trained like a madman, and my Pokemon trained even more. This is Black Belt and Taro. Black Belts always have weird names, like in Heart Gold Soul Silver. In the fighting gems, the 5th one, there's this guy called Lung. I mean, it's just interesting like that, you know. So anyway, we're fighting yet another Timber. You see these guys a lot. This is starting to get old, Rock Smashing over and over. But Rock Smash can lower the defense. So, and it's a physical move, so it can, you know, you can pretty much effectively boost its own power, sort of, in a way. Ooh, critical hit. Good thing that didn't kill me. Good thing Rock Throw isn't very effective on me. So anyway, Drillbur is almost leveled up. Alright, I'm going to probably level it up off screen, and this is already 13 minutes by itself, and I'm going to be adding it onto the last video I recorded, which has not been uploaded yet. So yeah, this is going to be where I ended off. I am going to be training Drillbur up one level just because it's so close off screen, and I will see you guys later. Comment, like, and favorite this video if you want, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more without having to check my channel every single day, pretty much. So I will see you guys later on the next episode when we head back up to the Korean City and start taking on the gym. I'll see you guys later.